You know, y'all know I be on here playing sometimes. I be on here talking about whack, you know, and I understand, some things I gotta say to, be in the algorithm, but I'm a smart individual, right? Very, very smart individual, right? And I have like a very strong understanding about life. And it's a lot of people that don't have that understanding. And I'm not knocking nobody for not having the understanding and not being able to see the things that I see, but it's a lot of people that are gonna live this entire existence of their life confused because they really don't understand. And no matter what anybody tells them, they still not gonna understand. It's because they're gonna go with what somebody, you know, might have told them when they was younger. You know, whatever you believe is your reality. But what I do know with us as people, right? It's a lot of people that believe something that they can't see. It's like, you know, you can't lie to yourself about reality. You feel what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that do it. Be honest with yourself about reality. And I know some people they looking for hope so that it can stabilize them. They trying to cope with life because life is hard. Real shit. Life is hard. It's hard. You're dealing with other people's personalities, people involved in your life that might be weighing on your life, you know. So it's hard. But understanding that you got to pay attention to what you see. Understanding what's real, what's not real, you know. You go outside and do something wrong, you're going to suffer consequence. You stay away from the BS, you're going to avoid that. Now, things is going to happen throughout the existence of your life. This is life. Life without problems does not exist. There's always going to be problems in your life. They might be small, they might be big, but they're always going to exist. This is life. You know, it's about having a conscious mind too, understanding, taking that time to think, think before you react, think before you talk, think is major. It's a lot of individuals that don't be thinking. They just be out here winging it. You know, they don't know themselves, man. You know, uh, I think like we've been taught to live a certain way, and the way that we've been taught to live, it really doesn't work. So you gotta find what works for your life. You know, if you go with the way they taught us, your life is going to be all over the place. And I'm seeing this. I'm glad I come to understanding it. I got a lot of love for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I come to understand that dealing with everybody, no matter if they related to me or not, doesn't make me complete. It doesn't make me whole. It doesn't help me able to cope with the life. But some people think that, you know, because of the way other people may judge you, is how you supposed to live your life. And I really think that is affecting a lot of people in life. It affects a lot of people because you're worried about somebody else judging you and you're saying, well, I got to do this because I'm this, or I got to be a great person because it is, and you think that that's the proper way to live because this is what the world says. Now you got to fill your life out, and whatever makes you happy, that's what you got to do. Whatever it is, it ain't about the next person and how the next person's operating, what the next person's doing with this person. No, it's all about whatever you, because your life is your life. Your life is going to be different from everybody. Every single individual on this earth is living their own life. Nobody's life is the same. Nobody's life is the same. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. You know, they think that the standards that is set, that whoever set these standards is how you're supposed to live. And I really think that's incorrect. You know, man, at this point in my life, I gotta be real, right? And I done dealt with a lot of paper in my life. And I don't got as much paper as I've had in my life, right? But this is the happiest I ever been personally. And it's not, you know, having people in my life. It's not doing what the world expects of me. It's not making other people happy. It's doing what I want to do. Straight up. And this is a fact. It's doing everything I want to do, no matter who says what about me, no matter what is expected of me. It's about what I want to do. This is why I'm happy. I wasn't happy when I was doing what was expected of me, right? Straight up. Now, I was running around at one point, right? I'm buying houses, I got companies. I'm running around chasing, getting to it, paper, you know, but I wasn't happy. It was too much problems here, too much problems there, this going on there. And I wasn't happy. I was frustrated, and I can say now, right, that I was chasing what the design that they say we supposed to do, and I was putting that work in to do it by all means necessary. But I was taking my frustration out on people around me. Yeah. And I noticed, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm feeling like, all right, well, that's straight, ain't it? Ain't nobody got to worry about that. You got this, you got that, you got that. But I'm frustrated at the same time because I got to go handle business and it's always something. It ain't never right. That's because of the design. That's because how life is designed. It ain't going to never be perfect. And the more you accumulate, the more problems you're going to have. The more you go chase, the more problems you're going to have. Now I'm at the point, being honest, to make sure everything is stable. You hear me? That's the point I'm at. I don't even like yearn the same things that I used to yearn, like real stuff, just like everything in my life, being honest, has changed. Like, and I'm going to just, I'm being honest with y'all right now, right? Like, I used to chase money, I used to chase sex, I used to just go hard. And I used to go hard, like hard. And like I don't got the same desire that I used to have. I just want peace and be able to do what I want to do. That's it. You hear me? That's all I want is peace and to be able to do what I want to do. If anything is affecting my peace, you can't be around me. And I don't want to talk to you. I don't care how I know you. I don't care how I'm related to you. I don't care what they say I'm obligated to do. I don't care about none of that. I care about my peace because I know if my peace ain't right, I'm not functioning right. But for years, I didn't have peace, but I'm still trying to function. I'm still trying to handle business. I'm still running the streets. And it was a point in time, right, where I was heavy in the streets. You hear me? Nigga DZ had it. These niggas wasn't fucking with me. You hear me? And I didn't have peace. You hear me? I could pull up in that shit, paper up, niggas waiting on me because they know I fucking got it. But I didn't have no peace. That shit was like an image to other people when they see me, like they know, okay, yeah, DZ got it. Motherfucker know. And I wasn't fucking with everybody. Everybody couldn't deal with me. It was like I'm different with it. But I didn't have no peace. And then I look back on that shit like, okay, yeah. You know, I had some fun times. I did a lot of things. And then I look forward now. I got peace. I've been delivered from the street. I'll never, ever, ever mess with the streets, right? And I got my peace. And I'm doing things that I want to do. And I ain't got to worry about putting myself in a situation to go commit a crime. You know, if something happened that I'm unaware of, I got to deal with it then. You know what I'm saying? But it was a point in time where I'm out here chasing, running around the street, and I'm dodging the law. I'm running around here ducking the police, ducking the feds. I'm around here looking out my windows, peeking. Every time I look out the window, I think the feds down the street. Every car I see, I'm thinking the feds is coming. Man, I don't got that feeling now. Hell no. I literally, right, rode around for 3 months with my registration out, not caring at all. I ain't get stopped not one time. I didn't register my car for 3 months. Now I had insurance on the car, but I just didn't go through an inspection and re-register the car, right? And didn't even care because I knew I wasn't doing nothing wrong. I'm like, okay. But if I was running around the street like that, right? I would have been stopped. I would have been then got locked up. It would have been something. But being as though that I'm living right, it's certain things that, you know, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Like, all right, I'll get there and do the registration when I do it. And I did it though, right? But I know I ain't smoking no bud. I know I ain't drinking. What's the most they can do to me for not registering the car? A ticket? They can't even take the car because I got insurance, right? So it's like a lot of these things in life, you know, that we be looking at, that they be telling us that we should do, that shit don't make you happy, man. You got to do what makes you happy. Straight up. You literally got to do what makes you happy. Straight up. It ain't about what other people think. If you live like that, you will live your entire existence of life confused because we can't take nothing with us. Don't nobody want to come with you when you go, right? And when you get old, they're gonna put you in a nursing home. You hear me? You get a select few of people that won't, but majority of the people they're gonna put you in a damn nursing home, especially when you get to that point. You know, some people might deal with you for a while, but majority of the people they're gonna put you in a nursing home, man. You know what I mean? And it's so like crazy that we really don't think about the reality when we running around. Everybody wanna, you know, take their mind off of reality. You know, I can get on here talk about anything in the algorithm all the time. You know, I got that down pat. You know what I'm saying? But do you know yourself? Do you have clarity on who you are? Do you really understand what makes you happy and what doesn't? Come on now. I think everybody, you know, have to take a look at that in themselves because that's what it's about. You know, people say, oh, it's about this. You got to take care of this, about this responsibility. No, it's not. No, it's not because we are all human beings, right? When you develop your own mind, you don't care what nobody say. This is what a lot of people don't understand. When you develop your own mind, you don't care about what your mom say. You don't care about what your dad say. You don't care about what your grandma, your grandpa, none of that. Once you develop your own mind, you don't care about what nobody says. And these are the things that people don't think about until they're dealing with it. Straight up. When they're dealing with it, that's when they think about it. Now they want to, okay. But in all reality, this is how life go. Straight up. You don't think about it until it's in your face. You know, you can be there for whoever, but when they develop their own mind, they gonna think how they want to think. They gonna do what they want to do. This is just real. And I see with life, man, you know, we be going through life and we don't think about the real. We be lying to ourselves, you know, until we get to understand. And some people will never understand. We be lying to ourselves. Straight up, just straight lying to yourself. Yeah, it's crazy though. But that clarity, you gotta sit to yourself sometime and really analyze some of the things you've been through. And when you sit to yourself and really analyze some of them things you've been through, you'll see, like, okay, I understand. But some things you think you understand that you've been through, you haven't really analyzed it. So you just put it in the back. Yeah, I had a time, I've been through that. But go back and analyze it and see how it all played out and what was the outcome. And you can sit back and think about it like, okay, damn, I do see that a little different now. Straight up, you know, just keeping it a buck, man. If you haven't already, smash the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, you know, and I appreciate all of y'all that rock with SBGB TV, man. Big facts. Yeah, man. And you know, sometimes, you know, I gotta have those real conversations. Yeah. Sometimes I gotta have them, man. Big facts. I know, real recognize real, and I'm sure that, you know, it's some people that might be dealing with some different things in their life, and then I might say some things, and it might, you know, give them something to think about. You know, it ain't got to be, oh, I told you to do this. No, it's just some things that I said gave you something to think about. Because I got like real life experiences, right? And I understand. I think so much clearer, in my own zone by myself. When you got a lot of people around you, you can't think properly because you're dealing with other people's lives and personalities, and they right there and they saying this and they saying that. It messes with your ability to really process because you're thinking about how you can do this or what you need to do here, how you can help this. And, so you don't get to have that time to really sit there and think, you know, and I can see, by me uh understanding this stuff, I got a lot of clarity, man. And I know, we gonna keep pushing. I know over time, we this is the bottom stages of this shit. So you rocking with me, I appreciate you. But you see how, my intellect and my dialogue is different. I can come on here and know how to get into the algorithm and you know what I'm saying and talk what people want to hear, right? But trust and believe be. When I get to the point where as though I can start saying the real shit, I'ma say it. Right now, you know, I'm not as big as I need to be to deliver the message, because if I start trying to deliver the message, they not gonna push the message. You get what I'm saying? So I gotta get bigger to deliver the message. So then once I get bigger, I can start saying certain things from my experiences, right? And then it's gonna travel different. Yeah. So we working, and I got a lot of understanding. You know, I got a lot of understanding, and I appreciate all y'all that be rocking with me. And became a member that subscribe to the channel, and that watches the channel. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. You know, I know damn well that I'm gifted, you know, and it's all the experiences that I've been through in my life that give me a total different clarity. Like, I had so many experiences that the shit that people pull on the people on the internet, they can't do it with me. There is nobody, even though that I'm fresh in the YouTube game, even though, when I start and I get this music done and I get in the music game, it's like that shit don't work with me. Cause I'm always thinking it's a reason, and everybody gotta understand that, right? When people deal with you, it's a reason. You deal with other people, it's a reason. This is just how life is. It's always a reason. It ain't just, oh, no, it's a reason. It's something that brings you in that direction. You know what I mean? Straight up. But I appreciate all of y'all, man. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man. Smash that